It's kind of like pissing in the air. Hey guys, welcome to another video on my channel, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at this weekend's test server version 2.9. So on Friday I received a test server email invite from Pixonic, and I was going through the list of the things that they wanted us to test, and I noticed two things in particular. So the first thing was that there's a new weapon, a new medium weapon prototype in this test server, so I was very excited to kind of check out what that was. And then, I noticed that they have remodeled and also rebalanced the Noricum. So the Noricum, I consider that to kind of be like the worst weapon in the game right now. But there are some things that they've done to the Noricums. Basically, the Noricum fires faster. It actually drops to the ground a lot quicker too. And the spread has been reduced, so it's more focused now, and actually does quite a bit of damage, which you'll see in the games that I play. But anyways, those are the two things that I'm going to be focused on for this video. So anyways, let's get down to some of the specifics. Okay, so we're going to go to this weapon. So the prototype medium weapon, which I have loaded up on the Dash Mark 1. So as you can see now, that's what it kind of looks like in the store. It has 3,470 damage per second. This is at level 8 at 0 meter range. And what they've stated in the email is that it's 1,618 damage per second at 400 meter range. So it doesn't have a reload time, and the range is 400 meters. When I go to the description box here, if you want, you can pause this video and you can read up on what this weapon is. Just in short, it is an energy weapon. Okay, so we're going to go back to the hangar. So I figured, if I'm on the test server, the chances are everyone's going to be running this weapon. And if it's an energy weapon, my thinking was one way to block an energy weapon is to run a bot with a physical shield. So that's why I have put in the Galahad, the Lancelot, and the Gareth. So other bots in the game that have physical shields are the Rhino and the Raijing. So the Japanese, the big... actually, I could go to the store here so you guys can see which ones have physical shields. So it's the Gareth, the Galahad, the Lancelot, the Rhino, and the Raijing. So those are the bots that have physical shields that are able to block this weapon. So I'm running 3 of them, and then I'm running the Dash Mark 1 and then the Pattern Noricum. So before I get to that, let's take a 3D view or 3D look at this weapon. So this is what it looks like. I actually really like the design of it. I like the, they have like a rustic kind of texture to this, metallic texture. And it actually goes really well with the Dash robots, the design that is. Kind of looks like 2 eyeballs. Now it's got 6 eyeballs, because you can see like 4 on the robot and 2 in the gun. But that's kind of what the weapon looks like. And the other thing which it changed is the Noricum. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this is what the Noricums look like. Okay, so that's what the Noricums look like, the redesign, and I think that about covers it in terms of what we want to cover for description, stats, and everything. So let's go ahead and let's run like 2 to 3 games, and I'll be able to show you, what this weapon's all about, and also, the Noricums, what they've actually done with the Noricums. So we've landed on Dead Sea. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of my Pattern Noricum first. Oh, this guy's got the same idea. He's got the same skin too. So as I said, when you fire this weapon, it fires a lot quicker and it drops to the ground a lot quicker too. So what if I can find someone with like a energy shield, that would be ideal. So you can see how quickly it fires, but when it drops to the ground, watch how quickly it drops. It just rains down on your opponent, so it can be pretty effective, and the minimum range is 400, so I need to get within 400. This guy here, see if I can, I have to try to time it so that he walks into it. There we go. So we have some damage dealt to him. Let's see if I can get maybe this guy here. Got to kind of line it up so that he basically walks into it. Let's see how quickly he drops. Oh! Okay, that damage I don't think was from me. That was someone else, but I did land some damage on him. Let's see if I can hit this one here. There we go. So you can see kind of how much damage this thing is actually able to do. It's a lot more effective than it is on the live server. So that's, I like that they've actually kind of gone ahead and you know, tried to make this weapon somewhat viable. Looks like that player kind of glitched out a bit. Anyways, I am going to select another bot just so that we can take a look at this new weapon. If I'm going to be playing like 2 or 3 games, you can always take a look at the Noricums afterwards. So, you know, one thing here is take a look at what's happening now. So this player here is within range. I'm actually not even pressing the fire button. If you take a look at my fire button, and this is like really weird, if I press now, you can see the red fire button, like the button on the right side, actually turns a lot darker. So when I go into range, let me see. So I'm locking onto this guy. When I press the fire button now, you can see that I'm actually pressing the fire button. When I, you know, take my finger off the fire button, this thing is still firing. So it looks like, you know, I need to get within that 400 meter range, and then it just automatically starts firing. And the thing is, you know, if I can get close to my opponent, the more damage this weapon does. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to do that. It's just focused on him. Should actually get out of center here because I don't want to get that beacon. So I'm just focusing down on this player here. Oh, that's a lot of Noricums, man. Let's go ahead and let's try the Lancelot. So I'm not really sure how I feel about this weapon. I know that it looks cool and everything. I love the design of it, and I like the whole Zeus thing going on. But one thing that I'm not really a fan of, and then again, this is just you know, my opinion. I'm not a fan of the fact that it fires for me. And I'll tell you the reason why I'm not really a fan of that is because sometimes I want to use like ambush tactics on my opponent, and this sort of gives away my positioning on the battlefield. So that's one thing that I'm not really a fan of. So we can hit this guy. Kind of hitting him with my Zeus as well. This Rhino is gonna take me out here. So you see how his shield is actually able to block me. So I need to actually get close in order to take him out. Trying to get this guy. The thing is, he's got rockets, so he's gonna kill me regardless. Okay, so now we're in the Galahad. If you're kind of wondering why I didn't hear that guy behind me, it's because when I'm recording, I actually can't hear game sounds. If I'm gonna do live commentary, that's the downside for me doing a live commentary. I actually can't hear any game sounds at all, so I kind of have to predict where everyone is. So this is going to be a bit of a problem because now this guy actually has he has Tyrans. I have to break through his shield. It's going to take a while because he actually has a bit of an advantage over me. I think he has, yeah, he has Tyrans, so he's going to be probably doing more damage than I will. I have to break through the shield if I want to do any damage. Here we go. Just trying to focus on him. My shield's broken now. Man, I should have grabbed that beacon earlier. The thing is, when we're on the test server, a lot of the players tend to go for beacons, and I think one of the reasons why is because many of them they don't have like max level stuff, or they don't have 5 hangar slots on the live server, so they aren't as aggressive. So I guess this is their way of proving They want to prove to show others how good they are, so this is what they do. But that's actually not the purpose of a test server. Test server is to test stuff. So here, this player here actually has a Raijin, which I mentioned can actually block this weapon. There's a guy to the left side of me here. So that was a one way. I'm gonna run in my Gareth now. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I need to get. Yeah, this game's gonna be over. Let's see if I can actually. They have. I was gonna go to the right side, but they already have someone there. He's gonna put up his shield. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get another beacon. Actually, if I get the left side, we might stand a chance. Possibly. I don't really see much of a beacon bar here. No, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time. I was thinking get this beacon, then maybe run through center and get that. But I don't think we're going to have enough time. Even if I get this. Yep. Okay, so we were able to get some idea of what this weapon can do. Let's go ahead and run another game. Maybe we can get like a more open map so that we can visually see things a little bit better, because on a close range map with a lot of cover, especially with the Zeus weapon, you're going to be hitting a lot of structures and stuff. So while we are waiting here, some of you may be wondering, you know, why haven't I live streamed this weekend? I actually had problems with my internet connection on Friday. I tried to live stream like 6 or 7 times, both on YouTube and Twitch, but I didn't have enough upload speed, so it was messed up. The weather has actually been really bad here lately, and I think all the rain and stuff has been affecting my connection. It has happened to me a couple of months ago where that happened too, and I wasn't able to live stream for, I think it was like a week or something. These guys, whoa, that's a lot of fast bots. We're going to be in trouble here, actually. This game's going to be ending fast. I might have to ditch this once again, so I can't even really show. Let's see if I can hit this guy. You'll be able to see how quickly it drops. So I'm actually hitting, if you noticed my targeting, it went red. So I knew that my, my Noricums were actually hitting him. Just gonna move a little bit sideways here so that they walk into those Noricums. And the minimum range for this is 400. So like this guy here I can hit. Look at how quickly it drops. Is it bad that I like using this weapon more than I like using the new weapon? I think it's because more skill is involved with this. It's like predicting where the player is going and then aiming in that direction. Trying to see if I can get this guy. Oh, he landed in all those Noricums back there. Let's see if I can. This other guy. This other guy is. It's kind of like pissing in the air. See if I can hit him. He's gonna go into those Noricums. He's so going into them. Yeah, we go. What I actually want to do is I want to hit that player down at the back there so you can see. But it doesn't, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to, like I said, this is the test server. These players are trying to prove their point. They're not really testing. You can see, look how many beacons we have against us. Trying to get this beacon here. Trying to move back and forth. Come on, move quicker. I've actually got a rush to get beacons because I know these guys are hunting for beacons now. If they got like that many and that quick, these guys are only in for beacons here. They're gonna try end the game quickly, so I have to make sure that I get all these beacons just so that I could prolong the game for longer. Yeah, see, this guy's moving to the right side. I think these guys want to flank and maybe get that beacon here. I'm gonna put my shield up here. I'm not sure what this guy's in. Yeah, I don't want my shield up. That's when you don't want to. When you start seeing rockets being fired at you in a Galahad, you've got to immediately drop that shield, because when you have your shield up, you move a lot slower and you can't avoid. So I'm gonna run backwards here. I can still hit him with my magnums, so I'm probably doing that right now. I'm gonna see if I can try to get into this gap here. But you can see these players are going straight for the beacons. I'm gonna try see if I can get into this gap here, but I think this guy's gonna beat me to it. Yeah, he's firing rockets. There's a guy on the right side of me too. Yeah, this game's gonna be over. Our guys have got to get those beacons quick, otherwise this game's gonna be over. So you can see how my weapons are firing. I'm not even pressing the fire button. So as long as they're within that 400 meter range, that is when they get hit. But I do fire when obviously my Zeus is able to fire. But this is what I mean. Sometimes when I want to kind of use ambush tactics, I don't fire at my opponent when they're nearby at all. But now, you know, I'm kind of losing that ability to actually sneak up on them, because it kind of gives a signal as to where I'm at. This guy's actually getting roasted. The closer up he is to me, the worse he's making it for himself. Yeah, so this game's going to be over. I'm not going to be able to stop these guys at all, I think. I think by the time I get here, the game's going to be over, or should be. Yeah, it's over. Okay, so I'm gonna run another game. Hopefully this next game we are able to get a little bit more footage here. Like I said, I'm trying to run 3 games in a row just to give you a better idea of kind of what to expect if this weapon does make it to the live server. I think in the future I might have to cherry pick my games, because you know, on the test server, like I said, quite often when I go out there, the games last for like 3 minutes or so, and I don't really get to test you know, all the bots and all the weapons out. So I think in the future I may be doing that. So if you guys are wondering, you know, why aren't you featured in my videos and you're kind of in one of these test servers and you're grabbing beacons, that would be the reason why. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and let's see if I can hit this. That's a rhino, I think. Yeah, I missed him because he's moving towards us. I think he's gonna walk into that. Oh, holy crap, was that from me? Let's see if I can hit this guy here. He's 500, so he's moving. He's gonna move into that. Watch this. These things are actually pretty deadly now. It's like, oh man, this guy's gonna make. Yeah, I can't hit him. Someone else has got to hit him. Actually, if I can hit this guy, we can take a look to see how quickly this can actually knock down a guy's shield. So you see what I'm able to do to his shield there? I'm going to have to kill myself because we need to get beacons quick here. If I don't get beacons, this game's going to be over. And this is what I mean, you see, like, and it's actually it's very annoying when I'm on the test server like this, and this is kind of what I have to deal with. So I'm going to see if I can get this beacon quickly, and then I'm going to scoot on over to the... I think they do have... Someone's going to the other side there to get a beacon. So now we're going to have 4 beacons, but... Anyways, I get to play with this bot and this weapon a little bit more. So I can show you what this weapon can do. Again, you know, with this weapon, you really want to actually try to get as close to your opponent as possible. Because that's when it does more damage. It does more damage the closer you are. And you have to get within, like, at least 400 meters before it starts firing. Trying to hit this guy here. It actually did quite a lot of damage to this guy because I don't think anyone else was actually firing at him. So I'm trying to keep out of his range a bit here. But as I get closer, it's going to do more and more damage to him, and it's continuous fire here. There we go. That was actually pretty good because now we can see sort of how much damage it does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this beacon white, and then I'm going to get out of here. Just to delay the beacon bar. So I have my thing locked on this guy. I'm going to see if I can... How much damage we do here. There is a guy up top on the right of me. But that's quite a bit of damage. You can see clearly on that carnage how much damage that weapon does. The battle that we had, you know, by the farm area was actually a great example too. So it's good. We've got 2 beacons that are white. It's just, yeah, if we could turn our beacon white, I would do that too. So these guys are scrambling, but this is what's going to happen. They're going to get all those beacons on the other side. So I'm going to see if I can... I'm going to put my shield up here because this is a carnage. Oh, they do have tridents, I think. This guy's got... he's got thunder and tridents or something. I don't know what he has. Oh, he has that prototype weapon, the other one, the heavy machine gun. There's a guy on the right side of me. Oh, no. Get that shield down. He's got Orkans. Whenever you see rockets, first thing you want to do is drop that shield. Otherwise, you can't avoid those rockets. Just trying to get this guy. He doesn't know there's a guy behind him. Okay, I'm going to use the Gareth now. See if I can move across. We have a... There's only 3 of us. We should actually get the beacon on the far... Someone's hitting me with that. We need to actually get the beacon on the far left. Farm beacon. I'm getting hit actually pretty bad by the that prototype weapon back there. Actually, I should have got that beacon back there too. I think I'll do that. Although this game's over, I don't think we're going to have enough guys, because it's like 6 vs 2 at this point. I'm going to try to get this beacon, but it's not really going to do much, because they're going to change another beacon back, unless one of our guys maybe gets the platform. So let's go ahead, get this beacon here. We actually had I think we had a great matchup earlier when I was going up against that Carnage, but also I think it was the prototype Mark 2. Trying to move sideways just so that, you know, the aphids kind of miss. But anyways, that's we've got one more bot. Totally forgot I had this bot. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to get to the other side. Okay, I'm gonna lock on this guy here. So one thing that I guess I can offer this advice, because I know a lot of you guys ask me, how do you make more silver and stuff? One way to make more silver is to prolong the game so that you get more damage in, because the more damage you're able to get in, the more silver you make. So for example, on this test server, like right now, or the other games, when a lot of players went for all the beacons, that's one way how you do not make a lot of silver. If you want to make a lot of silver, you actually leave the beacons so that the beacon bar kind of depletes slower. That way you're able to get more damage in and you're able to make more silver. So that's my little tip for you guys who want to make a lot of silver. That's kind of what you would do. Okay, so anyways, I think I will wrap things up here. That last game was very interesting because the one point when I think it was the Dash Mark 1, where I had you know, these prototype weapons, and I was focusing down the other guy who had, I think it was a Mark 3, and then the Carnage. We were able to see pretty clearly actually how much damage these weapons do. So my overall thoughts, and I guess this is sort of my review thing of it, what things kind of that I liked and I didn't like about this weapon. So when it comes to the weapon, I actually really like the design. I like the design, and I like the textures that they've applied to it. It works really well design wise. You know, when you fit it onto like the Mark 1 and I guess the Mark 2 and 3 as well. But I like how it fits in with the design of those bots. But yeah, I like the design. The design looks pretty cool. So those are the things that I do like. The design, and you know, like the little design elements and I like the Zeus effect of it. I think that looks pretty cool. Things that I didn't like about it. This is just for me. This is my personal opinion. I didn't like the fact that it automatically fires for me when I get within 400 meters on my target. I prefer to be able to actually manually like use the fire button without it just automatically firing that way. I think that was one thing that I didn't really like about it. And I think it's kind of cool that they now have like a medium, because we have the Zeus for the heavy, and then we have this for the medium. So I think that's pretty cool. But again, the fire button really bothered me. It's something that I don't really like, because, you know, if you use any kind of like ambush tactics and stuff, it gives away your positioning on the map. So that's one thing that I didn't really like about it. As for the Noricums, which we tested out there, I'm actually enjoying the Noricums. I think that, you know, it obviously requires a lot more skill than this other weapon. But one thing that I really like, that the changes that they've made to this weapon, is that it falls to the ground a lot quicker. You know, it fires quicker, but it hits the ground, and it's more focused, because now this weapon may actually serve somewhat more of a purpose. Like I could see this weapon being used possibly to knock down Ansel shields, and to especially take down like Furies or Natashas, you know, those players that like to camp behind buildings and stuff. This weapon would be one of their biggest threats. So I like that they've kind of gone in and they're making it a more viable option, because right now on the live server, this weapon I would say is probably the worst weapon in the game. So for them to go into the game and now kind of buff it up and rebalance it, I think it's cool that they're doing that. But anyways, guys, yeah, let me know your thoughts on the medium weapon prototype, so this weapon here. Let me know your thoughts on this. What did you like? What did you didn't like? What do you think you could possibly, or they should change in order to make this weapon cooler? I think that would be interesting to see your thoughts and your comments on that. And also, what do you think about the Noricums? I don't know how many of you guys run Noricums. I know it's more of a troll setup, but what do you think about the changes that they've made to the Noricum weapon? Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to be wrapping things up here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, apologies for not being able to live stream this weekend. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe. And I guess until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.